Shri Krishna came at a time on this earth when in India the people were very much ritualistic. They had become slaves of the so-called Brahmins who had no idea about God at all, because they started a theme that a Brahmin can have a Brahmin son. So the birth determined the caste of a person. Before that, it was not that a Brahmin would have a Brahmin as his son. It's also true that if you are a realized soul in the real sense, if you are a really realized soul, then you must have a child which is a realized soul. And that is how also, if it was said that if the father is a Brahmin, is a realized soul, a Brahmin. Because you are a Sahajogi now, you can understand that a Sahajogi's son normally becomes a Sahajogi. So it was agreed that children of a Brahmin will be called as a Brahmin. Gradually it amounted to this, that any child born out of a Brahmin was called as Brahmin. Now we have seen that many Sahajogis also don't have realized souls as their children. Maybe their own karmas, maybe the child, anything it is. But even I have seen some Sahajogis having horribly devilish children. So it shows that it is not through your birth you can claim that you are a Brahmin or the one who has known the Brahma. Brahma is the all-pervading power. So you have to be a Brahmin by your karma, by what you do. That is how we have got Valmiki, who was just a fisherman. He wrote Ramayana, he was a great Brahmin. Then we have got Vyasa, who wrote Gita. He was an illegitimate son of a fisherwoman, and he wrote Gita. So that Brahmins are the ones who can only worship God. So to put another extreme to what Rama had created, to bring people into the center, because through Rama they went to another rigid form and rigidity of ritualism and too much of fundamentalism. So to put an end to that, he wanted to bring the society to another extreme. Of course, Sri Rama himself incarnated as Shri Krishna. So he started a new theme which was absolutely eventual. It was just absolutely evolutionary that such a new theme should come up. And this new theme was that the whole thing is nothing but a Leela. It's just a play. It's a Leela. So not to be taken that seriously, not to be so rigid, not to be fundamental, not to be so particular about something. So the whole thing is a Leela. And on this theme, he worked out everything to establish that it is a play. And that is what you see in America, very common, that for people it has become a joke. Life has become a joke. And they think that life is not to be taken seriously. There is more fun in doing all kinds of things than in getting into any kind of inhibitions, as they call it, or maybe some sort of forms or patterns. But it is a myth with Americans now, because for that you have to have Shri Krishna. You have to have realization. Like if you are standing in the water, the waves of the water are there, absolutely real for you, and you if you think it's an illusion, you'll be completely finished. The illusion will prove that it's not an illusion by asserting itself. But if you are in the boat, then the water that is around is an illusion. So is the state at which you are. If you are in the state of self-realized mind, then everything is an illusion. But otherwise, it is not. It is a reality. So what they forgot this point, that you are not in that state to call it an illusion. So to call everything is an illusion is just to delude yourself, thinking that it's an illusion and doesn't matter what's wrong, so what? It's quite symbolic that in Shri Krishna's place this thing should be so commonly accepted, that everything is an illusion. So who is wrong? Who is bad? Nothing is wrong. There's nothing like evil, nothing like good. And some people go to that limit to say that there's nothing like a bhoot, nothing like a rakshasa, nothing like an evil force. Now for Shri Krishna, how did he look at things was this way, that for him even to kill a rakshasa was a play. To destroy a rakshasa was also a play. In that play, she was to be destroyed. So, he discriminated in a way that what play is to be destroyed, what not to be destroyed. The play of the evil he destroyed by his own play. So to say there was nothing evil is also wrong. Like even if you think everything is a play, what happens that your attitude towards it is like a spectator. You see the whole thing as a spectator. Like in a drama, you sit down and you watch everything as a spectator. But you know what is depicting tragedy and what is depicting comedy. You are not inert to that, then you are good for nothing. That doesn't mean that you become inert to that. You have a sense of discretion to know what is a comedy and what is a tragedy. But if you are an actor, then to you it is not a comedy or a tragedy, it is a work for you. If you are acting, then you are acting and you are an actor, you are involved in it. So it is not, for you do not know the distinction between the tragedy and the comedy. For you, you are just an actor as long as you are paid well. If you do your job well, then it's a comedy, otherwise it's a tragedy. So there are two types of awareness. Now of one of a spectator, another of the one who is in it. So one has to understand in that light that when Krishna said